Hello. Today what we're going to be doing is just making some props for our map. So we're just going to be doing some stuff in Blender. Just do a little bit of yapping, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. Alright, so I guess first what we need to do is we need to get the honeycomb add-on. Let us see. What was it? It was something in mesh, wasn't it? Was it something in mesh? We'll just look at the add-ons, I guess. Sure, we'll find it. Extra objects, is that it? Could be it. Let's see. Mesh. Extras. Yep, it looks like that was it. All right. So, for our map, I'm definitely going to want this to be at least 4 tall. Let's make it 4 tall. That's 5. Do we want it to be 5? I'm not sure if we want it to be 5. Actually, I think we want it to be the other way. Because I want them to be flat. Like the things to be flat so we can walk on them. Let's just do 5. Let's just do 4. I think 4 is fine. Okay. So we can get this to be oriented the right way. Alright. Actually, we probably want Y forward, so we should rotate it. Oh, that's not the way I want to rotate it at all. Z-axis. Make it like there. Yeah, that looks like more like what we want. Alright. So I guess we'll get into it. Oh, hey, chick. How you doing? I think hopefully we'll have a little bit less stream delay today, hopefully. I'm not 100% sure, but I hope it will be. Yeah, that seems like a lot better. It seems like it's not a 30-second stream delay like last time. I'm doing good. I'm glad to hear you're doing great. How do the audio levels sound? Everything sound good? Okay, sweet. Just making sure. I don't want it to be like painful to the ears or anything like that. So I think what we'll do today is we'll set up kind of the design for this. And kind of get that feeling a little bit better, I think is my goal for the day. So the problem I have, this is just using the base honeycomb, right? If we do just one honeycomb and add the array modifier. So I think we're still going to have an issue with that. We can absolutely try that. But my thing with it, right, is when we add an array modifier, I'm going to assume that's in our modifiers. Yeah. So we can do this, right? Can we put it in 2 directions? Doesn't look like we can make it a 2D array modifier, which is fine. But the issue with that, right, is even if I do it this way, right, and then I copy this and paste it, because I'm going to have to do it like manually. You can make a second array if I want. Hey, chicken. How are you doing? Let me try and add another modifier here. Yep, you guys are both chicken. That's why it's funny. Is that And then I probably put this in the Y direction instead. Oh wait, I put this at 1 and then I put this at 0. Yeah. Then I would have to do offset 2 to make this look right. Yeah, I find it really funny that you guys are both be called chicken. Pretty funny. What are the odds? Probably pretty low. So I can definitely add an offset. But I think the issue with this, right, is that it's still not going to be lined up perfectly if I use this base honeycomb material. Or the base honeycomb mesh, rather. A little lower the first array. Yeah, like what I can, or do you mean like move it a little bit less so that it's, oh, okay, there we go. That looks a little bit better. Because now the edges are kind of overlapping rather than it being. And then I can also offset the Y. Is there a way to like, but when I offset the Y, I need it to like go back and forth. It's not just a one directional offset. So is there a way to like, I don't want a constant offset is what I want. Object offset. I don't know how that works. I've never used it before, so looking at all these menus is yeah, that's what I figured, because I want like this corner to be there. So I feel like this method might not really work for us. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see anything. Yeah, so I think our better bet will probably just be used the base mesh. You can take 2 arrays in the second array modifier. I can make 2 arrays in the second array modifier, like one for vertical, one for positive and one for negative vertical. What you mean? The chicken as a nickname is pretty general and humorous. It's definitely not unique, so the odds of someone else being called chicken or the chicken are fairly high. I feel like it's lower than you'd expect it to be, but yeah, it's probably decently high. Probability is a funny thing in general. There's a lot of stuff that seems like it wouldn't be true that is just true. Like, if there are 23 people in a room, the odds of someone sharing the same birthday as you is 50%, which doesn't feel right at all, but you can prove it out using probability. So it is. You can look it up. You can ask ChatGPT that too. Oh wait, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you're so right. Because I don't really care about making this repeat infinitely. I only want 2 things, right? That's all we need. So let's try negative 0.15. But yeah, chicken, that really messed with my mind when I learned that too. I had to prove it in school, and it was not fun at all to do. I still really don't like how the edges aren't matching up. I think we have to start with a different base honeycomb, because I think with the rounded edges, it's just never gonna work unless this becomes rounded too. That makes sense. I just don't see it Like make them overlap. Oh, like that? That actually doesn't look bad. I think it needs to go down a hair. That is not down. Oh. 0.175. Let's try. I think that's looking... What's not, though? A little too thick, I agree. Well, I mean, that's like only if you ask everyone. But in a room of 23 people, you have... Sorry, wait. It's not this. It's not a 50% chance of them having the same birthday as you. It's a 50% chance that someone has this. Like there are two people in the room that share the same birthday. Sorry, I said that a little wrong. So yes, they might not necessarily have the same birthday as you, but they'll have the same birthday as someone else in the room. It's Y. It's the one I want. Let's do 0.7. Now we can go up a little bit. Probably a little bit higher. A little bit too high. Yeah, a little bit more, a little bit more believable. Sorry, I misspoke. Yeah, but let's see. I think we still get the issue with when we duplicate this and just slide it over. It's still gonna have the same thing unless we overlap the meshes, which I don't know if I love that idea. Because isn't that like really not? Well, so the issue, right, is I want to make it modular. I want like one of these things to be able to be placed in the world, right? Because the way that I'm building the map is I'm placing individual like chunks, right? I'm placing one section of wall at a time. So what I need is the walls to be like their own individual component, right? I don't want like a one, like I could absolutely like apply another one and make it go on forever, like this, right? And then I just make it go on forever, right? Make a wall that way. But that's not really what I want to do because I want to place it in the world. So that's why I need to like make it modular, if that makes sense. Like make it so that they can stack together without having to do an array modifier. Because I'm not going to have the array modifier in Unity when I'm actually going to make the map, right? Yeah, but I need it to be like one model that I can place into Unity and make that into something that they call a prefab, right? So I can just place, like I have this one model that I'm going to place here, and then I'm going to place it here, and then I'm going to place it here, and then they all line up together, right? Rather than having a ton of different models, a ton of different models for the individual mesh, or for each individual mesh. That's why this is such a like it shouldn't be challenging, but it kind of is. It's not necessarily like an easy thing to do. So what's going to happen, right, is I have one of these objects, right? And then the program that I wrote, right, is going to say, oh, we're going to place a wall here. And then we're going to place another wall here. And then we're going to place another wall here, right? It's going to take one individual section of wall and then keep moving it and like placing it in like a random direction, random orientation. Like there's a procedure to it, but like it still needs to be able to like fit seamlessly between them at the edges of the models, Like that's why modeling it from like a base circle and then like extruding it up like with a hexagon pattern seems a little bit easier to me because I have like more control over like how the walls fit together. Can combine items into one mesh. Is that what you're saying? I have no clue what that just did, but it did do something. Yeah, so that's the issue, right? Because I need to have these things be tileable together, and like it's just like a good general rule of thumb never to have like meshes overlap like that, because that's gonna call like some random like, or that's gonna make like some random stuff happen. Yeah, I think the Alt J just didn't work with the, or Control J didn't work with the array modifiers. Yeah, well, but the issue with the model from scratch, right, is I think we're gonna have the same issue unless we want the walls to be double thick, right? So, oh wait, why is it not working? Here, wait, I'm gonna just go back actually. Okay, because if I just start with a base honeycomb again real quick. Also, the stream delay is significantly more manageable today. It's not 30 seconds, so it's a lot better. It's not like me trying to fill gaps without you guys being able to respond for so long. So the issue with like doing it manually is I think we're gonna have to like have double walls, which I think maybe that's fine. Maybe we just intend for there to be double thick walls everywhere. Which I think as long as it's like pretty flush, I think it wouldn't matter. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it. Or we just use this, and then are there like settings we can change on when we make the honeycomb? I feel like there are, but is there anything that like, will help us when we make the honeycomb? Let's see, edge width. The issue is that makes it like, I want like the bevel. I want like the, it's, if you go into, edit, preferences, oh, you can't see my screen because I'm capturing the window. And then you go to add mesh, extra objects, and add that in your Blender add-ons. Let's see what it looks like. I've never actually used it either, so see what it looks like real quick. Mesh, where's rock generator? Just making some rocks, I guess. Mesh rock generator, where was it? It's there. Oh, and it looks like it's pretty random each time. Oh wow. Seems like you have a lot of control over this. This is pretty cool, actually. Looks like a rock, right? Okay, but that's not what we're making. Trying to make some stuff for our map. Okay. Let's see. How are we gonna do this? So we're definitely gonna, I think we just start with a circle. Let's just start with a circle. Or yeah, circle. And then let's drop it down to 6, right? Let's give this some width. How do we do that? Is oh wait, gotta enter edit mode. And then we can, that doesn't do anything without faces, does it? One more person's watching. That's exciting. Well, at least today the stream delay is manageable, so we can actually edit mode F. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted. And then we'll get rid of that weird Engon. Yeah, I think that looks pretty much like what I wanted. And then I guess we'll A, E, Z. Right click instead of... I pressed delete. That's what I press. Is there a reason to press right click instead of use I? I think we're going to need that to be a little bit taller. Let's just try there for now. Just get the rough general idea. The better way to delete. And then I think we can still use our array modifiers, right? Yeah, that looks perfect. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, wait, but... how do you redo? Is it R? Control R, Command R. Edit. Oh, wait, no. I just pressed undo again. Oh, it won't let me redo it now. I guess we can just go into like faces mode and then just grab the entire. Oh, what did I do? That's Siri. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Siri wanted to say something. Yeah, the Siri got mad at me or something like that. I'm not really sure what happened. Control Shift Z. Oh, well, it's gone now. What is going on? Why isn't alt clicking working to select this face? Okay. Let's give it like a height of 5, I guess. And then let's do another one. And then let's do 0.8. Let's try that. See, that does look really clean, having like all of the lines be gone. But I don't know. What kind of projects? That's pretty cool. Are you planning on using it anything or just making it? What's solar punk? I know what cyberpunk is. Is that like where the power is solar? Is that the whole gist of it? Solar powered city? I feel like that fits pretty good with cyberpunk. A utopic city? Yeah, I think I'm liking how this is looking. Getting it just right will be a little hard, but I think the way that it lines up is looking pretty good to me. I think it looks better than what we have in the game currently. so I'll take it. I feel like Cyberpunk is like pretty oh wait. Oh, it's dystopian and utopian at the same time. Okay. That's pretty cool. I think that's interesting, like making it be like super weird in some ways and super like futuristic in others. I guess the future probably is pretty dystopian and maybe also utopian. Because everything gets better, but everything also seems to get worse at the same time. Okay. So I think I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. You love to use ChatGPT, don't you, chicken? Eco-friendly living emphasizes renewable energy, solar, green architecture, permaculture. Interesting. Sounds pretty cool. I bet that's a lot of work to make a full city. I'm just trying to make like one little object, and it's hard. But we're getting there, so it's fine. Let's see. What was I gonna do next? Oh yeah. So the other thing that I think is gonna be really hard with this, I'm just gonna. I hate how they use different axes in like Blender and Unity. It's honestly one of the most annoying things in my life because the Z-axis is up in Blender, but the Y-axis is up in Unity. And so whenever you're dealing with rotations, it just messes with my brain. You gotta make, dozens of materials and buildings. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work. It sounds pretty cool. Okay, so the next thing, right? I'm gonna just apply these transformations, I guess. What just happened? Oh, I probably have to apply I'm gonna duplicate this in case we want to come back and work with it, but I'm gonna apply the array modifiers so that we can work with this. Why does applying do that? It's not at all what I wanted. Yeah, that would be a crazy level of detail if you're making even like stuff inside the houses. Do I have to like... I'm gonna undo the rotations first, I guess. Yeah, I think I need to apply the array before I rotate. Is probably what happened, if I had to guess. Nope. That is not the reason, apparently. Oh, apply the first ray first? Oh, that might be it. Oh, that's it. Okay. I was like, wait. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So. Okay, so now this is tileable. There are overlapping vertices in this original model. Or do you mean to remove these ones that will be overlapping? How do you know that? Is there a way to like see that? I think Blender doesn't necessarily feel too professional. Press everything, then M, and then by distance. Is that good settings there? How did you know that we had overlapping vertices, though? Is there, like, something that you did? Or, like... Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, you're right. Because there were, like, 2 here and 2 there. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to have that same issue, though, when I put these 2 meshes together. Like, now there will be overlapping vertices there. Right? I think that's fine. I don't know how the game actually handles it, so I'm not 100% sure. I think it's probably fine. If it isn't, we can come back and fix that at the end. Okay. Next up, we have to make something that allows for connections like this. Because we're going to need... No, you're good. I can understand what you're saying, so don't have to worry about sending typos. I can get the gist. That's all that really matters. So I think I want to line these things up like there. And no, wait, that's not right. I don't think that's right. I have no clue what chicken said, though. What is nosh? Whatever. Oh, no problemos? No problemo? Just with a bunch of typos. Yo. What's going on, Polero? How you doing? We're just working on some map design for my game. Struggling a lot because I'm not very good at this. As you can tell, I have to really think about how it's going to line up. Because I want to make a corner so that it like fills in the gap rather than it being like I mean, I don't know if I'm great at it, but I'm definitely learning. I bet you are too, Chicken. I bet you're learning some too. That's all that matters, right? Getting a little bit better. Then eventually you'll be able to make something really good. Yeah, I have to really think for a second. So if the wall is going to be placed from the center, I think it's probably going to want to be lined up. Yeah, I think it's going to want to be actually lined up like this, is how the walls will get placed. So I think I might need to make just a corner wall version of this is probably what we're going to have to do, if I had to guess, because I really don't like how it overlaps and I really don't like how it looks. So I think we're probably going to have to make a corner wall version. You a big Pokemon fan, Project Polero? Yeah? What's your favorite gen? I think maybe I'm gonna try Boolean here. It's in Pokemon? I don't know. They just have a Pokemon image there for their thing. It's a Pokemon game on Roblox? Okay. That's pretty cool. I wonder how bad this makes the geometry look. I didn't do anything with that difference. That's not at all what I was going for. Yeah, Nintendo is pretty aggressive about their copyright stuff. So I'm sure that game was probably taken down for that reason, if it no longer exists. Do we want it to be offset or overlapped? That's also another question that we have to think about. Yeah, I could make some creative liberties, right? Actually do some design rather than just trying to make it look clean. Yeah, that could be pretty interesting. Oh, what's my game? I'm making a game about bears stealing honey from bees. It's gonna be like an online game you can play with friends. Kind of doing all the art myself, doing all the programming. It's been a lot of fun to learn. Still has a long way to go, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, I got you, chick. I don't know. Let's make sure that this lines up perfectly because I think that's the way we're gonna want to do it. I've been working on it for about a month now. Yeah, I mean, that might be subject to change. That was just kind of like what I thought sounded good at the time, but I didn't really get any feedback on it. But I've been working on it a month. I work part-time, so I haven't had like as much time to work on it as I'd like to, but it's coming along. I'm actually about to release my first like really edited video. I think maybe later today. That's why I didn't release an update the last few days, because I was working on this video with my free time, and I think the video is really good. And actually, I have it here. If people want to watch it and give feedback, I'd appreciate that. But if not, we can continue 3D modeling too. Yeah, we want to take a break from this and do some watching of the video. I'd really appreciate if you could like give feedback on I'd really appreciate feedback on like the actual like editing of the video, right? Because you guys have given so much good advice on like the gameplay, but I want to know if you guys want to like watch something. Like if you guys want to watch it. Like if it makes you look like you want to watch it. But I think I'm pretty proud of it, so I guess we'll let's see if you guys can hear this. I spent the last 31 days making my dream game, a chaotic, hectic multiplayer online game. Thank you. And I've learned a lot. It. I mean, the editing. I'll walk you through the game's concept, the progress I made this month, this might be really what I learned, and where I see it going next. The game is simple. A sloth of bears, yes, that's actually the plural, stealing honey from bees. You'll choose to either play as the honey-hungry bears or the bees trying to stop them. Bears have to navigate a maze-like hive, find honey, and escape, all while dodging the bees' abilities. There are 3 playable bear types, the scout, the brawler, and the jumper. The scout can sense the direction of the nearest honey. Getting to it is another story. The brawler has a shorter cooldown for breaking comb, making it easier to clear paths, and the jumper is fast and can leap to high places, reaching areas normally only accessible to bees. For a well-rounded bear team, you'll want at least one of each. The game ends when the bears fill the honey jar or when the reinforcements arrive for the bees. In short, it's going to be a silly, goofy, fun game you can play with your friends. We had humble beginnings. The first prototypes were definitely interesting, but bit by bit we built on it. After getting the core mechanics working, I added multiplayer. From the start, I've tried to design with networking in mind, making sure each new feature worked online so I wouldn't have to backtrack later and spend hours upon hours fixing code. At the same time, I committed to learning 3D modeling, rigging, and animation. I spent at least 20 minutes every single day in Blender improving my skills little by little. I added ragdoll physics for the bear, which was chaotic and hilarious. Abilities started coming together. Bees got honey string to grab bears and honey walls to block their path, while bears could smash through the comb like the absolute units they are. I made a few objects to decorate the world and played around with camera settings, giving the colors a little more pop. Then came the map, a procedurally generated environment blending 2D and 3D elements to keep things fresh and dynamic each round. I improved my 3D modeling more and more, going back and reworking a few of the assets I thought really needed work. And finally, I started adding cosmetics. Hats. Lots of hats. By the time this game ships, I assure you there will be no shortage of ridiculous headwear to choose from. I really did a lot this month and made so much progress towards having a fun, finished game. I learned more this month than maybe any other month ever. Here are the most important things I learned. There's a sweet spot between researching and doing, and I've learned that the hard way. Sometimes I dive in too fast, eager to get my hands dirty, and end up wasting hours fixing problems that could have been avoided with a little research. Other times, I'd have the opposite problem, watching video after video, reading endless articles, stuck in analysis paralysis, afraid to commit to an approach. The key is knowing when to pause and tell yourself you don't understand this and learn it, and when to stop watching or researching and just do. Learning to enjoy the process, not the final outcome. With AI tools becoming more and more powerful, it's easy to get obsessed with results and forget the joy of creating. Lately, I've seen so many clickbaity titles like, "I made a game using only AI," and while AI can absolutely speed things up, it shouldn't replace the creative process. Don't become a passive drone, just typing, "It didn't work, do it again," over and over. I've made all of the art myself with no AI assistance, but I have been using it to help with some coding. I've been avoiding using it to write full scripts, but rather using it to autocomplete some of the more repetitive things you would typically have to type out. Let AI assist you. Don't let it take the fun out of building things yourself. If you're making a game on your own, start with what you don't know. Tackle the hardest stuff first, especially the parts you're the least confident in, so that you're not stuck at the end, waiting to level up your skills under pressure. For me, that was 3D modeling and making my game feel right artistically. I spent a huge chunk of time learning that side of things, because it's where I felt the weakest. But honestly, there's something incredibly satisfying about seeing real progress as an artist each day. The hardest part was just starting. Seriously, peeling the band-aid off and getting started was the biggest hurdle. Before I began, I kept second-guessing everything. The idea, my skills, whether I was ready, whether I'd see it through. But once I finally took that first step, everything got a little easier. Not easy, but easier. Momentum kicked in. Even the challenges felt more manageable once I was in motion. It's wild how much time we can spend trying to feel ready, when really, the only way to get there is to start. Along the way, there have been many funny, weird bugs, many unexpected twists and turns. I try not to be frustrated by the bugs that happen in the game. Rather, I laugh about them, take a quick video of it, and get on my way to patch them. Dealing with bugs is inherent when making games, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. So if you ever want to make a game, you should learn how to love to enjoy the wackiness that comes along with it. From here on, I'm focusing heavily on gameplay, adding proximity chat, improving how the game feels to play, and giving both bears and bees new abilities. I'm also working on features like the honey turn-in zone and the honey traps scattered around the map that will slow you down if you're not careful. There's still so much I want to add, and it'll all come together one piece at a time. I plan to keep putting the majority of my free time into making Honey Grab and giving regular updates as I go. So if you want to follow along with the journey and watch Honey Grab as it gets made, hit the sub button. I just wanted to thank you for watching. It truly means so much to me that people want to see this game be made. Alright, so what do we think? Really easy to follow, the visuals are nice too. It's like the stretching of kind of mixed with everything I say is very true. Sweet. Awesome. I think I might release it later today if you guys think it's ready. I don't know. It's like my first. Sorry, that was really loud. It's like my first like really in depth kind of uh like a video that I like actually spent a long time editing it, and I'm like pretty happy with it. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I love that style where it's just like the. Um, you think it's ready? Okay. Also, wait. I have a thumbnail that I also wanted to see if you guys thought looked good. The thumbnail is like the least creative. I'm just like kind of borrowing it, like completely borrowing it, and like I feel like that's just kind of what people in YouTube do, right? Um, what is it? It's preview is what we're doing. There. How does that look for a thumbnail? Like something like this size is probably what we're going to see it like. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, I'm really happy with sitting down and editing. I've really actually been enjoying editing a lot. I mean, that was day one. That's what we had. But a Mr. Beast thumbnail. I don't know if I'm at that level yet. Okay. No, that's valid. Maybe I make YouTube also has a feature where you can like put out dynamics. That would be a Mr. Beast thumbnail. Just take a picture of Mr. Beast. No, maybe I'll try. YouTube has a feature where they you could put like multiple thumbnails up and then it runs tests. So like half the people it'll show one thumbnail, the other half it'll show another, and then it chooses the one that like people like click more, has a higher click through rate. Also, I'm not. But we think the thumbnail looks good, other than maybe using the first day model. I think maybe we will use the first day model because it is pretty bad, isn't it? First day model was pretty rough. Where did my chat go? Why can't I see my YouTube chat? Oh, there it is. Wait, stop disappearing. And put it right in the top right corner. Yeah, the first bear. I remember. Was it you, Chicken, who was like, "This is awful. You need to stop doing this"? Someone commented that. I'm pretty sure it was you. It was pretty funny, honestly. Wait, where's my YouTube chat? Keep going. I'm so confused. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. It's way up at the top. It was you. That's all right. It's fine. It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it was amazing and I need to hear words that are like, wow, you did such a good job. Like I don't need to hear that. I'd way rather prefer like criticism, because like it tells me what I'm doing wrong and how to improve it, right? So maybe for the corner ones, we just like make like a vertical line, just straight up. I'm gonna try that. It was all right. He apologized. A few people scolded him in the comments. Delete verse. Oh god, no. It's not at all what I want to do. I'm gonna go into face mode. That'll be a little bit easier, I think. What was it? Controls Shift C? Yeah, Shift C. Plus 3. What's 3 do? That's not doing anything on mine. Or maybe it's doing something that I don't understand. Okay, oh, that... Oh my god, I wish I knew that. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy. If I had known that, I probably would have saved so much time. So I think we fill the face there, and then we fill this face here. We probably need to give this a little bit of depth. I think we probably need to... Oh my god, this is going to save so much time. Why didn't I know that? That's not what I want. I don't want it to extrude, but I want it to give it depth. Is there any way to do that? Because like, it's like pulling this side to the left. That's not really what I want. There's not really a way to just give it depth. Isn't there like a depth modifier? I feel like I used that the other day. What was it? Yeah, I think Chick is pretty good at Blender. He's been helping a lot with getting me through my lack of knowledge. Solidify, that's what I was looking for. Thank you. Okay, what's that do, though? That does add a thickness to this, but does that add a thickness to everything? Also, why is that not flat down here? Is that the way the model is? That oh, wait, that shouldn't be flat because that's not flat. It just basically extrudes, but it's like not, yeah, but it's not hollow. That looks really, really weird. I think we'll just leave it at a really small amount. Because the issue with Unity, right, is if we go back here, this is something that I learned the hard way a few days ago. Right, if we go back to here and then we turn on like UV views, how do we see the UVs? Somewhere up here. Face orientation, right? So it only renders the things that like are faced towards them. So if we don't have a solidify here, right? You see how that's red? That won't get rendered. Only the blue sides will be rendered in Unity. Five years, that's a good period of time to be doing Blender. I mean, it definitely is not something that's easy, so definitely explains that you've been working for so long and that's why you're so good at it. I'm definitely taking 100 men. There's no question about that. Yeah, but so I really don't want those faces to be red there, so we have to add a solidify. And just, I guess we can make it really small. That's still not being rendered up here for some reason. So maybe we just need a little bit more. There we go. Now that will be fully rendered. Let's see how that looks when we like drag it together. If it was like 10 men or 1 gorilla, I think then we would have a question. But like 100 men, no. Yeah, solidify is not smart. You're probably right. That does do a little bit of weird deforming. I feel like I also might want to move that so it's in line. Let's see what happens when I just extrude that. See, the extrude only works on that face still. So I think we might have to add a solidify, or we could just add extra geometry with the UVs pointing out. You think a gorilla could beat 10 men? That's a lot. I guess are we talking like they're just using their arms? Take the bottom vertices and press F. So which bottom vertices? The 4, or like Or are you saying to just go from here to here? That does make that outer face, right? But then we would still have to do something on the inside. But that actually looks... Men get no weapons. Okay, maybe I'm taking... I think my over-under on that is like 15. I'd probably take... I mean, if you had like a knife or something like that, I don't think one man is taking on a gorilla. It definitely depends what you have. Well, yeah, if you had that, yeah, you would, right? Because that's just kind of easy. A loop cut in the middle of the straight edge and line it with the wall. Like make this entire thing a face also. That actually does handle it completely fine if we make this a face. Oh, what did I do there? Oh, I selected too much. And then we add a loop cut. But what are we gonna do with this loop cut? I think that's good, right? We just make that other one the same thing as this. And those should line up. Let's think about, is this how they're going to be placed in the world? So if we have a grid, right? We have one box here, we have one box here, we have one box here. Yeah, it looks right. Oh no, why is everything upside down? What could work? Oh yeah, just to see if it works. Sure. Have you ever used Blender, Polaro? That's something you've used? Let's just hide this one real quick. Like you started 2 days ago? I mean, that's not much worse than me, so. I also started pretty recently. It's fun. I enjoy it. Oh wait, that's not in the right spot anymore. It's back here is where it's going to be. It's going to be like there. Yeah. Is there a reason why you want to learn it? Trying to get better at something? Yeah, I mean, I downloaded Blender like 5 years ago. I used it for like 2 hours. I was like, this is way too hard. Trying to make a game with a friend. It's pretty cool. What type of game? Okay, I think this will work. I think I have to make sure that the like proportions are right before I really put it in. But I think it's looking like I want it to. Battleground 1? Is that the Star Wars game? I'm so bad with names of games. Is that a Battlefront? Battlefield? I don't know. There's way too much. Way too many things with battle in their name. It's a fighting game. Like a 2D fighting game or like a 3D? Well, I guess if you're trying to learn Blender, I assume it's 3D. Yeah, that's what I figured. I did a little bit of thinking and realized that answer by myself. Okay, so we're gonna have the corners be like that. So I guess we'll just do this real quick. Probably should. Oh, it's in a Roblox. If you want to smooth them, you could add a subsurface modifier. Subsurf, edit, select everything. Crease. How do you crease? Is that like an edge tool? That sounds like an edge tool. Edge crease to the maximum. Whoa, that made it look really different. So like there's black lines now everywhere. Did it actually change anything with the mesh though? It made it dark. Oh wait, I'm in normals mode still. Maybe go into like true lighting mode or whatever it's called. Control 2. Wait, what's that do? Sorry, I was not looking at chat. I need to somehow overlay the chat like on my actual like screen because I have to like look over at the other side, or maybe that's how all people do it. I don't really know. What's Control 2 do? Yeah, I know nothing about Roblox. Oh, it does a subsurface. Did that actually change anything with the model though? Like I've never actually played Roblox. I've watched a few videos on it, but seems like it's fun. Just none of my friends are in that age range or in that like, yeah. To near maximum crease rather than full max. Okay. Edge crease. Oh, it's not one of those. I did not mean to do that. No, this is going to be like a full-on game. Like, I'm using Unity. Yeah, it'll be on Steam. That's the goal. What was I looking for? Edge crease? Wait, now I can't. Probably like $5 or something like that. I don't want to make it expensive. Definitely not that. Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't want it to be like pricey and like have that be a reason why people. Is it? In the modern age of everything, I feel like $5 is like less than a candy bar. Wait, what did you say? You said first, so first Control 2. Control 2, then Tab and Shift. Control 2. Tab and Shift E. A. Shift E. Okay, so that's maximum. So near max, we want to go to like there. No, you're wrong about Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo Switch games are now Oh, I don't know if I like that. That moved them apart. Nintendo Switch games are now like $90. I do not know. I already applied the array, if that's original. What do you mean? Subdivision, sure, for sure. Maybe that gap is like a stylistic choice, and we want that gap. You know, I kind of, it's grown on me after I see it. Well, I was talking about Switch 2 games. Like, Switch 2 games are like $90 now. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand why games are that expensive. Oh, no, I don't think they said they were going to do that. I don't see a reason for them to do that. Yeah, gaming shouldn't be crazy. I don't think I am. It's going to be like $500, and then it's going to be like $90 a game. Like, I really do like, how would I decrease the crease? Yeah, like, there's no way. Like, it's just too expensive. Like, I love playing games, but I'd way rather like support like a small game that like is like $10 or like $20, you know? Not like a big corporation that's like crazy, you know? Yeah, exactly. It's just like pricing people out. Is there a way to decrease the crease without like just Control Zing all the way? I've heard of the name Deltarune, but I don't actually know what it is. There's probably gonna be nothing different. It's probably gonna be the exact same game, like it has been for so long. Wait, actually, like I think didn't they release the same Mario Kart that's out now for wasn't it released on it was on the Wii U, wasn't it? Originally? Yeah, I know Undertale. I haven't played it, but I know it. Undertale is going to be open world? What's that mean? Isn't that like it's like a story-based game, right? I guess you could have... I do know Geometry Dash. Mario Kart's going to be open world? Like you were saying, the Undertale remake is going to be... Oh, why are these lines darker all of a sudden? Does that mean that there's like multiple edges here? No, it doesn't look like there's multiple faces or multiple edges. I wonder if I can... Would this work if I just dissolve these faces? Or dissolve edges? No, it didn't. Oh, Deltarune's very similar too. It's the crease. It's normal. Just gonna run over some toads. I don't know if Nintendo will let you do that. Kinda doubt they will. Oh, that's the crease. Is there any way that I can like just change that like without... Can I just go back to like... That's extrude. If I A, what was it? Shift E was crease? Oh yeah, so I can just change the crease, I guess. I'm learning. Is that too open now though? I think that would actually kind of make it fun, right? You can see your like bear friend through the little like looking hole and be like, oh my god, they're over there, I have to get to them. But I don't know. Do we love that idea? Do we hate that idea? You can play as a cow. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Like one of the ones from like God, why am I blanking on the name of Mushroom? No, it's not Mushroom. Mushroom Meadows? Is that what it was? That map? Those cows are pretty cute. I can make a second honeycomb. Like if I like something that's like color, right? So I just make like a vertical sheet and then give it a texture. Is that what kind you're saying? Mushroom Meadows? Thank you. Is that what I said? I don't remember. My brain is not functioning. I actually love that. Maybe I will buy a Switch just to play as a cow. Maybe that's what I'll do. This edge crease also caused something really weird over here. Cow simulator. I said Mushroom Meadows. Well, I meant mushroom. I knew it had to do with cows. Is there any way to delete the crease? Make a secret cow skin for the game. Maybe. I mean, I think I'm gonna do Shift E1, Shift E -1, Shift E -1. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have some skins for the bears. I think they'll probably be like the same model because I don't want to have to redo that, but I'll make just different textures because that's pretty easy to do. A Shift E1. Yeah. No, I bet people would enjoy it on Roblox. I don't know. I don't love the Roblox style of like pay to like in-app purchases and relying on kids to buy like your stuff. I'd way rather like people like play my game and enjoy it and just like pay like a small amount up front, you know? Something doesn't like sit fully right with me with like having kids use their parents' credit cards as your like payment method. But like people make a ton of money on it, so like it's definitely like profitable. Please don't ever join Roblox. Yeah, I don't. It's not something that I have planned for myself. Yeah, I mean, I only really play games with friends, anyways. Like I'll play like the every once in a while, like a really good game that comes out, but devil in the shoulder, make that account. It'll be worth. I'm sure it's a fun game. Like I'm sure there's lots of like really cool, fun things to do. Hi, Platinus? How do you say your name? I don't know. I'm so bad with names. I always struggle with stuff. How are you doing today? Did Chick have to leave? I feel like he's still here. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Okay. I'll just call you Plate then. I hope that's all right, Mr. Plate or Mrs. Plate. Yeah, wait, no, that's better. I'm gonna call you Platypus. I like that. Okay, what is going on? Oh, it's doing that weird thing again with the edge crease. It really just does not like the edge crease with this edge. Wait, but it... Oh, wait, but I... Figuring stuff out. What are you trying to figure out? How are you doing today, Platypus? Platypuses are really cool animals. Like, why is there a mammal that has, like, poison darts and lays eggs and swims and looks really cute? Okay, that looks just really bad. I think I should probably start from just this base down here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna... it's above my pay grade, above my level. Above the absolute. Yeah, I'm... What's your guys' favorite animals? You guys have favorite animals? Yeah. You don't watch anime? I asked what your favorite animals were. It's nothing to be sad about. I used to watch a good bit of anime. Haven't in a very long time. I said animal. I don't know where Polaro got anime, but it was also a good question. I'd love to know the answer to either. Is my voice too quiet for you guys? I can turn it up a bit. I turned it down on OBS a smidge. Oh, it's not too quiet. Okay. How do I delete this edge crease? It was Shift E -1. But that doesn't really like do what I want. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could like bevel something like that. Are you saying like Shift E -1 or is that Shift E then 1? I'm doing Shift E -1 and it's not deleting anything. I feel like my biggest issue with when I work with Blender is once I do something, I don't know how to undo it. Yeah, that's what I'm typing. Does it have to be like your numpad one? Shift E -1. I just did Shift E -1 and I did that. When I just press Shift E-, this is what happens. So I have no clue what's going on. I'm gonna be completely honest. An axolotl. Axolotls are pretty cool. No numpad. It's still doing that. This. I don't know. Yeah, axolotls are sick. What color axolotl? I think I might be too far gone. I might just need to re-grab this one over here because I don't think I applied the edge grease to that one. We're just gonna pretend that one never happened. Okay. So we have this one now we can work on. Classic pink. Like full pink body. Isn't that the really rare one in Minecraft? I know there's one really rare one. I forget what color it is though. Oh, redhead. Like the red, like whisker things. I don't know what that. I don't know. It's the blue one that's rare in Minecraft. That could be right. I have no clue. I stopped playing Minecraft a while ago. I used to be so into it. I was like, follow along with all the YouTubers, do all that sort of stuff. Favorite is chicken. Chickens are pretty cool. Minecraft cold, but 2 weeks ended. I'm not sure what you mean, Plero. You guys are both the chicken gods. I wanted an array now, right? And then we can go with, I guess, Z. See you, chicken. Thank you for watching. Always good to have you. Well, now it seems like the real chicken god is a chick because there's no one else to compete against him. Okay. So we got that. I guess maybe we just get one of these then? Let's just... But I don't know if I've ever heard someone say their favorite animal is a chicken. I don't think it's a bad choice for a favorite animal, because chickens are pretty cool, and they do a lot for, like, people and stuff. Like eggs. Yeah, I really am not going anywhere with these. Yeah, it's a fair point. They're the goat. What should I make instead of walls then? Should I make like a honey jar? I do need a honey jar. I don't have a good one of those yet. I feel like a honey jar would be a good use of time. A honey jar? Okay. I need to find some reference then. Yeah. I think the walls are going to be something I kind of want to refine and like make like be perfect on the next iteration of it. So definitely is going to need a lot more thinking. What type of honey jar are we thinking? Or do bees even keep their honey in jars? Should it just be like a thing of honey? 8 seconds late. Okay. It's better than last time. I think it was like pretty good right at the start, but I think it's like slowly getting worse because like I'm dropping frames every once in a while, which is probably causing it to slowly get later. But do we want the bears to be in, like, do we want the honey to be in jars to get skins? The way I was intending on making it is like you have like a total lifetime honey collected stat. That's what you would use to get skins, right? So like as you like go about your playing the game with your friends, right, you slowly like make that global honey amount continuously go up. You think a jar would be nice? Are we thinking like a Winnie the Pooh style jar, or are we thinking like a like glass honey jar? Yeah, but I definitely do want to include skins because I love the idea of skins and cosmetics and stuff. And more aesthetic than just like honey chunks. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I don't want to get sued, so it could make one that looks similar, but I don't think it could be a Winnie the Pooh skin. But like, I do like the idea. Maybe a glass jar. Yeah. Is it all right to just like take an image from online and use that to model? Is that like allowed? Or should I make my own like mock-up of it? Yeah, the first bear model. I think that would be funny. The first bear model was pretty atrocious. If you look back at it, Polero, like one of my first shorts, I made a bear model. I think it was like my second or third short, and it was nightmare fuel. It was so bad. If I is there a way that I can like stream my iPad? Because if I could. Okay, I'll just there will be invisible reference that I'm going at on the left side of my screen, which like I know you're not supposed to do that with 3D modeling, but I think it's fine. I think this looks like what I'm going for. Or I'll just look up honey jar. I'll just look up on a copyright free page because I think that's completely out. Because I do want to have a reference when I'm modeling because I don't want to keep like freehanding stuff because I need to get better at modeling. Yeah. Oh, you don't. Yeah, I'm just looking up on my other screen here. Get something good in a second. Okay. Let's see. Is this a... I actually really like this one. Wait, is this a... Okay, this one's copyright free, so we can download this. I really like this. This is actually really cute. Sorry, let me bring back the screen. Downloads. Wait, why am I bringing that into here? I want to start a new file. Good luck, Valero. Nice meeting you. Thank you for watching. I'm having the spinning wheel of death, apparently. Yeah, I'm sure it'll make something great. What's going on? Why is my computer dying? I think I might just force quit this because I don't really need that model. Oh. Okay. There we go. I should be back now. Okay. How does that look for reference? Do we like that? I think that's a pretty good reference, if you ask me. I think that's the best reference I've ever seen, actually. We'll start with this. I don't want to make it too like crazy of a reference image that we're trying to follow, right? I think we start with a circle here, right? Start with a nice little circle. Just drag it down to here. Or maybe, wait, let's keep everything at the origin, actually. That's probably better practice. And then we'll move this up to match where we want it to be. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so let's scale this down a little bit more. How are we going to make this curve? I think maybe what we do is we just... I think we delete half of this and make a mirror to start. I think that's the correct way to do this. So we can delete those vertices, add a mirror on. It just makes it a little bit easier so I don't have to do both sides of everything. I guess I could have just turned on like the make symmetrical type thing rather than making it a mirror, but it's fine. We're doing this. Okay, so you know, that didn't work like I was intending it to. I think maybe what we do is we just get rid of that mirror. You didn't see anything, and then I think we can just, oh god, we can get rid of the mirror, and then we can just make it the same on those two things, and then we can go all the way up with it. Like this. That actually looks pretty good. Then we'll add like a few loop cuts. That's not a few loop cuts. Probably there. Oh, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do here, and then we can scale this up to here. That's okay. Let's add a subsurface before we keep going. See what it looks like roughly. All right, I think that's pretty good rough shape. Turn down this picture a little bit more. Okay. Let's keep going. All right. So I think here, this one needs to be dragged up a little bit. And we probably need to add another one here and then scale this out a little bit more, make that a little bit rounder. Oh, how are we going to fix the Engon at the bottom of this? Or did we just add a face and then just call it good? No, we're going to have to like make knife cuts, I think, probably, right? Let's G this. GC. It looks good with the Engon. Okay. Then I can just add that face in then. Does it? I think we're gonna need to not make an Engon. I don't let it. I guess that's like pretty small in the grand scheme of things, but I think probably is gonna have to not be an Engon because it looks bad with the subsurf and the Engon. Okay, I think that looks good. Oh, true. I can't do that. Let's try that actually real quick before we keep going. Face, eye, face. Oh, wait, did I make another face? Eye, eye. Okay. Yeah, that fixed it. That fixed it. Okay. I think I want that to be flat down there, so I think that's fine. And now how are we going to handle this lid type thing? So I think what we do is we grab this, we maybe scale this down a smidge more, then we extrude it up a little bit, and then we can extrude up again, I guess. Then we can select these faces. I gotta start using that. The number 3 or the number 2 or whatever. Okay. Extrude along normals. Extrude faces along normals. Okay. And then do we bring this up maybe a little bit, and then we can almost seal that off. Is that right? Let's go into one. I'll put this thing. Let's add a face. Let's insert a few times. And I guess we'll drag this up a little bit. Maybe with proportional editing on, because I wanted to move the other ones a little bit. How's that looking? And then I'm going to make this transparent and then have this be like a clothy material. Could also try and add some of the cloth. Looks good. Yeah, I think I'm actually pretty happy with it. I think the top might need a little bit more detail so that it looks a little bit different than just being like a top. So I might need some more insets up here because that looks a little bad. And I guess we can cheesy this up a little bit more. Yeah, that looks pretty good. What game am I making? I'm making a game about some bears trying to steal some honey from some bees. The idea is that it's going to be like a multiplayer online game that you can play with your friends, and it's going to be like something along the lines of like Lethal Company-ish. Is somewhat of the loose inspiration for it, but just like a fun game, like not horror elements, but like something similar, like prox chat, rounds, and you're going to be able to play as both the bee and the bears. So yeah, I mean, I've been working on it for around a month. Yeah, I think it's coming along. Making all the art myself. I'm doing a lot of learning through this process. Thank you. No, it's been a lot of fun. I've really actually truly enjoyed learning all this stuff because it's all stuff that like for so long I've wanted to do, but like kind of just like starting and then stopping and then never really like actually following through with it. And so like I started like making videos about it, and I think that that's really helped with kind of keeping me. Yeah, it's just me. And I have like I'm much more of like a computer science background rather than a art background. So that's what I'm trying to learn, like the art first, and then later I can kind of focus on the programming, which I'm a lot better at. But I don't know. I've been really enjoying it. You interested in like game design, Blender? You know nothing about Blender. Yeah, 3D art is cool. Do you do any 2D art then? 3D art is a lot. It's like much more of a like you use a lot of like math and like coordinates and stuff like that. It's like a lot less like it's somewhere in between like regular art and like math. And I enjoy it. Comic style stuff. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty atrocious at 2D. Like what type of comics? Like Western comics or like manga? Hey chicken. How you doing? Hopefully whatever you had to do went well. We're just making a little honey jar right now. How does that look? Western stuff? Yeah. I haven't read a ton of Western comics, but I know that style is very, it's like a very like distinct style. You're good. You tried to make one yourself. That's fun. I gotta like set up like a Discord or something, like a Discord server or something, so you can send me this stuff. Because I'm curious to see what it looks like. Yeah, the Pokemon guy left and Platypus. Yeah, I do, but I'll set up like a server for the game, and then that will also be like the game server where like I can post like updates and stuff like that. I also know nothing about setting up a Discord server, so no, I haven't made it already. But it is on the to-do list. Okay. What else do we think this needs? Or do we think this is good? I don't know if I love this edge right here. I think I might pull this back out a little bit. I'm going to turn off this subdivision because I can't see anything. Yeah, I'm not mad about how it turned out. What's going on with that edge? Is that all right? Do we like how that looks? Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, there's not much I can do anymore. I am going to, though, for the sake of putting it in the game. Yeah, I already have the materials for this all set up in Unity. I just need to like assign them here. The issue is, right, is that you can't really you can't like export your materials directly from Blender to Unity, which is like a little annoying. So it's like better for me to like set them up in like they have a shader graph, or like they have something called the shader graph, which is essentially just like your shading nodes, right, in Blender. So like I haven't worked too much with the shader nodes in Blender. Rather, I've been working with them in Unity. Okay. So if I want to take this object and like split it so that I can have this be like the inside of the material, because I want to scale this down and make like a new object out of it, how would I do that? Like I want to separate it, and then like, can I separate by selection? Is that doing what I want it to? Okay, that is doing what I want it to. So what I want to do, I guess, is I want to copy and paste this first. Then I can separate by selection. I can just go into object mode, move this one out of the way, go back to here. And then I can delete that. I feel like there was a way better way to do that. But we got it done. And then we can... My thumbnail is broken. What's it look like? I didn't put any effort into the thumbnail for this one. So... Oh, it's just gray. I don't know what's going on then. And then I'll scale this entire thing down a smidge. And we'll... Oh, and then I need to also fill this top, actually. Before I forget to do that. I should do that. Yeah, maybe it's only you. I don't know. Stuff bugs out sometimes. I'm not too worried about it. Inset this so it doesn't look bad. Alright, that looks like a good thing. Okay, now I need to assign materials just so that Unity knows where to paint stuff on for our stuff. So I guess we'll just make this just be a honey material. Just give it like a yellow color for now. It doesn't really matter. Does not really matter too much there. Okay, then we already have this selected, so this is going to be a glass material. It's gonna have some opacity, make it easy to see through. Don't really need to worry about it too much here because, like I said, we're gonna be doing it in Blender. And then we'll take the top here and then make this like a cloth, I guess. I had a different idea for a game that I was sitting on for a while, and then it kind of morphed into this game. So the original idea was like a game where you like set up you set up. Is that not selected? Why is this edge not selecting? You see, like it was going to be like a dungeon, right? And then you bring in these people to like a dungeon. And you have one person who's like in control of the dungeon. And what they would do is they would like set up traps and stuff at the start of the game. And like the user would have to like complete objectives through the traps, right? And this was an idea I had like 3 years ago. And then I like started on it for a second, was like, I don't really want to do this. Yeah, a little different, but like the same idea is there, right? It's going to be like a multiplayer game where you have like people trying to do like a defense and people trying to attack. I just thought it would be cute to be bears and bees. I don't know. Let's do like a darker cloth, I guess. Doesn't really matter. We'll change this in Unity. Oh God. Yeah, so I guess very different of an idea. Yeah, I know. It did sound cool, but then I was like trying to like make it fun and like doing like gameplay stuff, and I was like, if you're just sitting in a room the entire time, how is that going to be fun for you? And so that's where I got like the idea, maybe it's a more active person trying to stop them. Right? Because like you're just kind of sitting in a room. Oh, it's just a placeholder color because we're gonna do all that in Unity. But I have to assign the material here so it knows which faces go to which face in Unity. Because the materials don't transfer over, so there's no point in spending a bunch of time making materials here. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Oh God, why is... It's whenever I stream... No, they don't transfer over at all. You have to like redo, like Unity has their own form of like a shader graph. Or I think it's called shader graph. And so you have to like remake your materials in Unity regardless. But it has all of the same like node editing and like displacements, and I don't think there's like a real good way to do it. At least when I was doing like a little bit of research. I could be very wrong because like obviously I'm not an expert at this. Also, I don't know what it is, but whenever I stream, the Blender dies. But I saw a bunch of like articles complaining about how you couldn't transfer them over in Unity. My favorite video game? I'd probably say it has to be Elden Ring. It's a really good game. If it was a little bit easier, I think I would really enjoy it. But like, there was a lot of satisfaction when I beat it. Then I think Minecraft's also up there. Minecraft's pretty good. It's a classic one. And then Smash Bros. I think those are my top 3. How about you, Chicken? Got any favorites? What is going on? Why is it doing this? Splatoon. Splatoon's pretty cool. So is Pokemon. I'm way too into Pokemon. I'm gonna be completely honest. What generation or what game is your favorite? Gen 3. Gen 3 is solid. Emerald is probably the best one. That or Gen 4. I also really love Gen 4. Why is my computer doing this though? Maybe if I like stop sharing that screen, it'll work. Let's just go to this screen real quick. It's still not working. Legends Arceus. Oh my god, dude. Polo was so hard to beat. That was crazy. I was like, yeah, I struggled with that fight so much. Like way more than I admit. Or I should admit. I don't... What's going on? and 2 of them are legendaries and one is like a beefed up legendary. It was illegal. Well, Blender crashed. All right. Oh, it saved. Sweet. So we'll export this as an FBX. Only visible objects. Why is... This is really being a struggle, actually. I don't know what's going on. Like, I can't click anything. And it's only... The Blender is working fine until I get into the... like, saving and, like, file management stuff. And then it just gives me spinning Wheel of Death. Can never guess your favorite game? Probably right. There's a lot of games out there. So, what games have chickens in them? Goat Simulator. Games that have chickens in them. I think Minecraft has chickens. Well, I know Minecraft has chickens. I'm gonna guess Minecraft. Goat Sim is peak. Goat Sim is pretty good. CS has them also, like CS:GO, or what? You have 154 hours in Goat Sim. Oh, I think I know what the issue is now. I feel like I'm using an external hard drive for this, and it's struggling to save between the two. I'm gonna open up Unity and get this going. Put it in Unity, see how it looks. So give me a second. I also don't have a thing set up for Unity, so give me 1 minute. Let's do... I should have set this up earlier. Application capture. That Unity. Okay. Can you guys see Unity now? Sorry about that. Banana? Is that the game that was like the... It was like the... It was the one with like the NFTs, right? Isn't that right? That's funny. Is it I mean, that game definitely like went crazy for a while, and I remember like seeing it on like Steam, and like I was like, what on earth is this? And like I literally had no clue until I like watched like a little video on it. I don't want to pull this into prefabs. Let's pull this into my brain is dying. Oh, we're gonna have to go back into Blender. I didn't check the faces before doing that. There's some faces that are missing. You made €1 off of it? Hey, that's €1 more than you would have made. I really have to figure out how to like seamlessly switch between scenes, because I keeps going black whenever I like change the screen when I'm getting it ready. Like, I need to learn how to stream better. In all honesty. Reopen the jar. Oh god. Not again. Not again. I'm using 4.2, I think. Is that a version? Let's see these faces. Actually, I think I can just get away with applying a small solidify on this. I'm using... Oh, I am using 4.1. Yes, you're right. Solidify. Let's see, did that fix our normals? Face orientation. Yep. Now all faces will be rendered. Let's see if we can export it. Let's just do visible object. Oh. 4.2. 4.1. Is 4.2 good? I don't know what they change in their versions of blenders. Aren't they on like 4.3 now? Like I was watching a tutorial and I thought they were like in Blender 4.3 and it was like crazy different. Why? I've never had this issue before with Blender. I think I must have messed up like my like user systems. I feel like 4.3 exists, doesn't it? No, I think they like rehauled the like UI for 4.3. Like they changed like texture painting entirely and stuff like that. I could just be like making stuff up. Like I think they changed texture painting entirely for 4.3. Because I was like watching a tutorial and I was like, none of that stuff exists anywhere here. Like also I could be very wrong. So this is kind of painful. I need to figure out why it's doing this. Because all I want to do is just export this as an FBX. That's all I want to do. Why? This is so difficult. The spinning wheel of death. Just always hanging over my head. I just want to put it into Unity. That's all I wanted to do. It's so hard to export something. I'm just gonna... I think that might be the issue. You know what? I should try treating it a little bit better. Maybe that will do it. Maybe if I stop looking at it, it'll start to work. I think that might also... Maybe it's a little nervous. Okay, I'm just gonna force quit it. Because I don't know. No, stop telling it it's alright. It's not alright. Okay. It's alright. Don't worry about it, Blender. Oh, wait, no. Okay, it's still doing it. Hold on. It's really being a lot more difficult than it really needs to be. I'm gonna maybe try and like move this file somewhere else and then reopen it from the file. Then try and export it. Oh. Wait. That's a little bit better. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. Okay, let's maybe one more time restarting it will do the trick. Okay. It's painful. It's painful. My computer has never done this before, and then now it's just being obnoxiously painful. Favorite song? Um, honestly, you guys might think I'm crazy for this. What was I looking for? Solidify. I really like a country artist. I think he's my favorite artist. It's oh my god, what's his name? Why do I feel like I blank the second I get onto a stream or when I'm talking in front of people? Zach Bryan. Zach Bryan is my favorite artist. He has some banger songs. And like it's American country, but like it's really good. Like he's so good. Yeah, I listen to him for like multiple hours every day. Also, Alec, how do you want me to say your name? I'm really bad at pronouncing stuff. So. The accents are funny though. Are you from British accents? Alec? Okay, I got it. Are you from the States? Why did it work just now and then I exported it with the wrong settings and then now it's like... Oh, you're from Britain? It's so painful. American accents are funny. Hope my accent isn't too funny. Some bottle of Wallace. Don't hate me for that. I'm just reading a comment. Electronish. That seems very Finnish. You know what? I think I exported it correctly, so I'm just gonna go back to Unity because I hope that the settings were right. You didn't like my bad attempt at a British accent? Not typical. The way nobody even says bottle of water is the worst stereotype, and it's not even true. Yeah. People do love to make fun of dang it, it didn't save. Why? We have to go back to Blender. How do you... I need to figure out how to switch scenes seamlessly. What's the Cockney accent? Is that like a specific region? Yeah, it goes both ways. So painful. Why isn't this working? Is there something... Is my computer like not strong enough to handle the streaming and the... and the 3D modeling? Or did I like mess something up with my computer? Because it does not want to save at all. Eek. See, then it just like works, and then it's like, why is it working all of a sudden? Every country makes fun of every. Oh, yeah, that is true. It feels very, very true. There's lots of that going around. Okay. So Cockney accent is London, but bottle of water accent. But it's like, okay, so it's like a way outdated accent. I actually really do enjoy some British rap. Like some UK rap. Like some drill. Okay, what is going on? I fixed the normals. You're telling me I didn't fix the normals? The normals are... The tower thingy. The tower thingy is crazy. What is going on though with this? Like, the normals are fine. I'm in face mode. They're fine. Why is there? Do I need to add like? Is there a way to like in face mode? Can I like make the normals like outside? I mean, I think they probably knew what Big Ben was, but they just called it that to get on your nerves. Oh wait, I'm in object mode. I probably want to be in face mode. I'm just gonna make it really thick and see if this fixes our issue. I know the one building in Turkey. That's about it. Oh, you didn't know? It's all right. You don't have to know everything. Oh wait, I feel so dumb. I was dragging in the wrong file this entire time. I think it did save. I didn't realize I was just saving it to my desktop. I mean, Britain's like pretty far from Turkey, to be fair. Like it's on the entire other side of Europe. Barely even in Europe at all. So like, understandable that you don't know. It depends what side of Istanbul he's on. He could be in Europe or he could be in Asia. It's like half and half. I think it's maybe slightly more in Asia, but like I'm also not the expert at Turkey. I feel so dumb. I was trying to export this for so long with dealing with the spinning wheel of death, but it turns out that I did export it correctly, and I just dragging in the wrong file every single time. There we go. Now we have our normals, right? It's only 2% Europe. Is there like nothing on the other side of Istanbul? I thought there was more. European side. I feel like Turkey's a pretty cool place. Okay. So here we're gonna extract the materials. And then just put them in materials. I think we're gonna get rid of all of them, so it doesn't really matter. And then what we do is we can come in here, and I already have materials for this stuff. So oh wait, why isn't the some of the normals are still messed up, I think. Shucks. Oh wait. I also assigned the wrong stuff to the wrong things. The cloth we can leave as just like that, I guess. Wait. Did I assign the wrong materials to the wrong place? This does not look right. Oh wait, no, that's... Oh, I think I'm probably doing the wrong materials. Is... Turkey's not in the EU, is it? Oh, that's the material I was looking for. There we go. That was honestly way more of a struggle than it needed to be. Color do we want to make the top of the bar? Or the jar? We'll do like a... Do that, I guess. I mean, if we want to be technical about it. Hey, Wetty? Wet? I don't know. How do you want your name to be said? I feel like I've been struggling a lot with names today. It's in NATO. Yeah, I knew that. Okay, now let's see how it looks. Where's this camera? Kush. Pete? I think that's exactly what their name is, right? Sounds indistinguishable from Pete. I think some of the code I wrote in the past is failing because that should like wobble around. It's not really wobbling around. There we go. There's our honey jar. How does it look? Do we like it? Do we hate it? Is it good enough for now? A little too shiny. 3% of Turkey's land is in southeastern Europe. That's actually a lot less than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a lot less. Okay. Well, we accomplished at least something today. I think I'm going to call it end of stream pretty soon here, though. Because I have to go do some stuff. Yeah, it looked all right. Wasn't the most productive time because Blender was being evil, but we made something in the end. It's too rough. Oh yeah, the material. Sure. Yeah, I agree. I was like, what's too rough? We'll take a look at that real quick. What was it? It's transparent. We can turn down some roughness, I assume. They don't have roughness here. They have smoothness, but that's like the same difference. Like we can go there. That looks a little better. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably stream maybe Sunday. I don't know yet though. I'll have to do some thinking about it. But I think maybe Sunday. And then I'm going to upload that YouTube video in like 5 minutes probably. You think more shiny? Turkey's a bad country, you're from it. You think like somewhere in between what we had? Yeah, and like Unity's weird, right? They do smoothness instead of roughness, and like I don't know why it's so different. Like you think like all the way or like I think that's too much. I think that's a little too much. I can do like that. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. All right. Thank you guys for watching. It was great as always. Or are you guys having a conversation? You guys want me to keep it a sec? Asking where you're from. But yeah, I'm gonna make the cap matte. Thank you for watching, Alec. Yeah. I want to do streaming a little bit more. Maybe be a little bit more productive if my Blender doesn't just keep crashing. Cap matte. How do I do that? I don't know what that means. Oh, like metallic, more metallic. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like there. Oh, that looks good. That's what you wanted, right? I feel like that's what you wanted. Good luck. Animations are always fun to do. You got this, though. You're going to make some sick animations. Yeah, you should go for it. Absolutely, Trick. It definitely gives you some more motivation, right? Because like I feel like I work on the game more because I'm like, oh, people want to see it. And I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think a lot of people do like Blender tutorials. I think a lot of them are also pretty outdated because I feel like Blender does things differently now. And like I always just watch them and I'm kind of confused because like stuff is just not the same as what they want it to be. I think it's a cool idea. You joining in now too with Google Translate? All right, guys. It was a good stream. I'm going to post that new video in probably like 20 minutes. So stay tuned. See ya.